First of all, thanks for being here in my YouTube channel. So friends, if you are a regular follower of my channel, so do not forget to purchase my book, Quantitative Aptitude book, and start solving all the question what I have given in this book, right? Because each and every question, it's an art level question. Nowadays, our competitive exam level or keep on increasing. So practice all the questions what I have given inside this book. If you have any doubt on purchasing it, do not forget to watch this video. In the unboxing video, I have told you what all the topics are there and where to buy this book, everything. So if you are a regular follower of Feel Free to Learn, do not forget to purchase this book on our platform. So now let me move on to the video. First of all, thanks for being here in my YouTube channel. So today in this video, we will be solving an important question on the topic time and work. So for this year IBPS clerk exam. So many students were asking about this time and work topic, simple interest, compound interest, because nowadays in the prelims exam where the data interpretation was little bit medium level, so students can't able to solve that in time. So now they are targeting time and work, time and distance, simple interest, compound interest question in the prelims exam. So here I have a list of questions which are important concept by referring previous year question papers of IBPS clerk. So what are all the concept question they have asked from the previous year? I have just collected all those questions, and then here I have prepared 30 questions here that I am going to teach in this video. Those are most important for upcoming IBPS clerk exam. So do one thing, take a note and paper. By watching this video, simultaneously you too try to solve the question so that you could have easily learned and you can understand where you are making a mistake and where you are struggling to solve. Everything will automatically comes if you watching the video. By watching the video, if you simultaneously solve the question. So now just take a pen and paper. Let me move on to all the important question on the topic time and work. So here is the first question. If a man or a woman or three boys can complete a piece of work in 121 days, how many days will a man, a woman and a boy together will complete a work? So our target is to find one man, one woman and one boy. If all the three persons are working, how many days it takes to complete the work? And what are all the data they have given initially is a man or two women or three boys can complete a piece of work in 121 days. So I think the easy way to solve the question is by comparing men, women and children separately, by taking one man, how much days he can complete, one woman, how much days, one children, how much days, and then if you add all the three value, resultant will be all the three person working together, how many days they take to complete a work. Just see, we can solve it fastly. So we know that one man can complete a piece of work in 121 days. Similarly, two women can complete a piece of work in 121 days and three children, right? So three boys can complete a piece of work in 121 days. Just listen carefully, we already got one man. Now we should get one woman. So bring this 2 to the denominator. So one woman is equals to 1 by 2 into 121. Don't multiply this number. If you multiply this number, taking an LCM will be a tricky one. So better keep the number as it is. So here also 3 boy equal to 1 by 121. Bring 3 to the denominator. So 1 divided by 3 into 121. So now we got one man, one woman and one boy. Our target is to find if all the three person are working, how much time it takes. So better we can add all the three value 121 plus 1 divided by 2 into 121 plus 1 divided by 3 into 121. So now we have to take the LCM value fastly. So the easy way is in all the three values we have 121 common, yes or no? So better take 121 outside. Now it will be easy, right? So once you take 121 outside, the resultant value will be 1 by 1. So plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3. So now 3 and 2, the LCM will be 6 here. So here we have 6 and here we have 3 and here we have 2. So finally 121. So final answer will be 121 into, so 6 plus 5 will be 11. So 11 divided by 6. So we can cancel it 11 times. So 1 by 66. That means if all the three person are working together, the total work will be completed in 66 days. Easy or not? So very easy, right? If you solve it in an exam, you can just like that solve within 30 seconds. It's possible, right? In order to understand this, all I have written here, but in your exams, you don't want to write it. By just seeing the question, one man equal to 121. Two women, so one woman equal to 1 by 2 into 121. So three boy, one boy equal to 1 by 3 into 121. Do not multiply these values. If you multiply these values, definitely by taking an LCM, you might be wasting more than a minute to take an LCM alone. So better don't multiply the numbers, better keep the number as it is. At last, you will get a huge number as a common in all the terms, like what we got 121, 121, 121. So take 121 outside. So 1 by 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3. So take LCM, 6 here, 3 here, 2 here. So total numerator is 11. 11 by 6 into 1 by 121. So 11 and 121 is just, once you cancel it, it will be 11. So 11 into 6 will be 66. So answer for this question, if all the 3% are working, the work will be completed in 66 days. So here is the second question. A and B together can do a piece of work in 18 days. So B and C together 27 days, C and A together is 54 days. In how many days if all the 3% working together to complete 50% of the work? So our target is to find if all the 3% are working, they has to complete only 50% of the work. So how much time it takes? For these kind of question, do one thing, right? First find to complete 100% of the work, how much days he is taking. And after getting the final answer, calculate what is 50% of the number. That is the easy way to solve the question. Because some students, what they used to do is, while solving a question itself, they apply 50% everywhere in finding the answer. Don't do it. If you do it, some cases you may get the answer wrongly. So the better is, at the last, if question is like this in your exam, at the last if they are saying find 30% of the work done, find 20% of the work, first find what is 100%. After getting the final answer, then find what is 50% of the work. Right? So now A and B can complete a piece of work in 18 days. So A and B will be 1 by 18. So what about B and C? So B and C can complete a piece of work in 27 days. Similarly, C and A can complete a piece of work in 54 days. And we know the logic, right? So we already learned this concept. If you add all the three equations, let's assume 1, 2 and 3 equation. So once you add this equation, A and A will be 2A. So 2B plus 2C is equals to, let's add all the value, 1 by 18, 1 by 27, 1 by 54. So now I think if you want to take LCM, be little bit faster. Just see the larger number here is 54, and 54 is a multiple of 27. 54 is a multiple of 18. 18 3s are 57. 27 2s are 54. Right? So 54 will be the LCM here. So first you have to target the larger number and check whether this larger number is a multiple of the remaining number. Yes. So 18 into 3, 27 into 2 and 1. So resultant will be 6 divided by 54. So here we have 2 of A plus B plus C. So A plus B plus C is equals to, bring the 2 to the denominator, or else you can cancel here itself. You can cancel 1 2s are 2, 3 2s are 6. So 1 3s are 3. So 1 3s are 3. Remaining will be 2, 24. 8 3s are 24. So now just check what is the final answer we got here is, if all the 3% are working together, they take 18 days to complete the work. Yes or no? They take 18 days to complete the work, which is 100% of the work. So the total work, they took 18 days to complete it. But what is our answer? What we need to get here is, if they have to do only 50% of the work, how many days it takes? Just find what is 50% of the number, which is 9 days. Yes or no? 50% is nothing but 1 by 2, half of the work. So half of 18 days will be 9 days. So in order to do 50% of the work, they will take 9 days to complete. So it is the easy way to solve the question. I have seen many students, usually they find what is 50%, don't do it. It's difficult to find the answer if you multiply 50 in all the values. So better, if you find a question like this in your exam, find what is 30% of the work done. Find what is 20% of the work done if all the 3% are working. If you find a question like this, find what is 100%. After finding the final answer, from the final answer check what is 50% of the number. That will always be the easy and the best way to solve this question. So now answer for this question is 9 days. Here is the third question. So A and B together can complete a piece of work in 48 days. A is 4 times efficient than B. So efficiency based concept question, everyone knows it. The first video itself on the topic time and work, I have taught how to convert the efficiency, what is called as efficiency. Efficiency ratio and time ratio, both the ratio plays a major role in the topic time and work. Efficiency ratio, reciprocal or reverse, which is called as a time ratio. So here what they are saying is A is 4 times efficient than B. So if you write it in an efficiency ratio for A is to B, where A is 4 times efficient, that means if B is doing one part of work, A will be completing 4 part of the work because he is that much efficient. When you convert into time, the same efficiency ratio, which will be reciprocal 1:4. The meaning is, if B takes 4 days to complete a work, A will be taking only 1 day to complete. Only 1 day he will take. But B takes 4 days because that's a efficiency. A will be working faster when compared to B. How much time? 4 times. So now this can be written as X and this will be 4x. Always while adding the value, you should write the value only in terms of time ratio, not in terms of efficiency ratio. 99% of the question, the efficiency value should be converted into time, and then only you have to find how many days they take to complete a work. So here finally we have assumed A take x days to complete a work, B takes 4x days to complete a work. So now according to the question, if both the person are working, they will take 48 days to complete a work. That means if A and B both are working, they are taking 48 days to complete a work. So A how many days? X days, 1 by x. B how many days? 4x is equals to 1 by 48. So now let's take LCM as 4x here. We don't have 4, so multiply by 4 here. We already have 4x here, just only 1 is equals to 1 by 48. So I think we can cancel it. 1 4s are 4, so this will be 12. 4 plus 1 will be 5, so 5 into 12 will be 60. So finally we got x is equals to 60. That means this is not the final answer, right? We got the value of x is equals to 60. That means x will complete a piece of work in 60 days. Now, what is our target to find? Our target to find B alone, how many days he takes to complete a work. If A alone takes 60 days, then B will be 60 into 4, 240 days. So, B will be taking 240 days to complete a piece of work. A will be taking only 60 days. Now, according to the question, they are just asking only about B. So, the answer for this question is 240 days. Right? Easy question, you can go with the mind calculation. Remember one thing, you should always be careful what is called as an efficiency ratio, how to convert efficiency ratio into time ratio. So these two concepts are most important. Target and solve more number of questions that is based on efficiency and time. I think I do have here in this video more. So you too, after watching this video, try to solve more number of questions that is based on a concept of efficiency as well as time. So finally answer for this question number 3, where B alone can complete a piece of work in 240 days. Next question. So A can do 1 by 4th of the work in 9 days. B can do 2 by 3rd of the work in 28 days. In how many days A and B takes to complete the work working together? See, the concept is very simple. Our target is to find if both the person are working, how many days they take to complete a work. But the simple logic here in the first point, what they have mentioned is A take 1 by 4th of the work, 1 by 4th of the work to be completed in 9 days. So the meaning here is E takes 1 by 4th for doing out of that work, right? Some work is there. Out of that work, E completed 1 by 4th in how many days? 9 days. This is the value what they have given for A. So the meaning here is, so A will be completing the total one work will be 36 days. Yes or no? Because if he is completing 1 by 4th of the work in 9 days, then the total one work will be completed in 36 days. So A alone can complete a piece of work in 36 days. So similarly, they have given the value for B. So B alone can complete the 2 by 3rd of the work, right? We don't know how much, what work he is doing, but out of that work, 2 by 3rd of the work is completed in 28 days. So now B alone can complete a piece of work in 28 into 3 by 2. So once you cancel it, resultant will be 14. So 14 into 3 will be 42 days. So finally, A alone can complete a piece of work in 36 days. B alone can complete a piece of work in 42 days. So now if both the person are working, how many days it takes to complete a work? So until then every student will be feeling easy. Yes, it is easy, right? We can find it easily. But taking an LCM part is the main tricky part for many students, right? So here the LCM will be 1 by 32. 1 by 36, 1 by 42, right? So the easy way is, do not sit and multiply the number. What we did, like first question, in the first question what we did, we have taken some number common outside so that we get a smaller number to take an LCM. So similarly 36, 42. So by looking at the number itself, we can find these two numbers are a multiples of 6. So here what I can do is, I can take 1 by 6 common. So resultant will be 1 by 6 and 1 by 7. So friends, yes or no, right? Because 6 sevens are 42, 6 6 are 36. So now taking an LCM will be easy because 6 plus 7 divided by 13 here. So 6 plus 7 will be 13 divided by 6 3s are 18, remainder will be 1. So 18 plus 18, 98. I think yes, 6. 42, see, I have made a mistake here. So it is 42. So 6 2s are 12, remaining will be 1, 24, 25. So finally, if all the 2%, only 2% are there, if 2% are working, the total work will be completed in 252 by 13 days, which will be the answer for this question. I did a mistake here. Numerator we added two numbers, denominator we should multiply it. So 6 sevens are 42. Instead of writing 42, I have just added in the denominator, right? So always remember that the question in your exams, in the prelims exam, will be little bit easy, but the problem is you should solve the question in a simplest way, like taking an LCM part and multiplying the value. You should keep the number as it is. Do not waste your time on multiplication. If you multiply the number, taking LCM will be takes time, right? 15 seconds or some seconds you will wasting the time in the exam only for taking an LCM. So better is always, if you find a number like this, try to figure out the LCM directly. If not, no problem, just take the common number outside. What I did here, 6 and 7 we have, now cross multiply it. 6 plus 7 will be 13, 6 sevens are 42, and 42 into 6, numerator will be 13. So finally we always reciprocal the number at last in time and work, in order to find if both this is a one day work. So the total work will be completed in 252 by 13 days. Fifth question. So A and B can complete a work in 24 days and 40 days respectively. So they work together for 8 days. So C completes the remaining work in 14 days. How many days A and C working together can complete 75% of the work? Just now I have told you, I think second or third question I have told you this. So we have to find if A and C working together, in order to complete 75% of the work, how much time they take. Just listen carefully. If you find this question, do not find 75%. First find for completing 100% of the work, A and C alone taking how much days. If you find that value, then solving the entire question is easy. So here the concept is based on some person joining at some point, because you can see A and B can complete a piece of work, they work together for 8 days. C completes the remaining work in 14 days. That means A and B are working for 8 days. After 8 days, the remaining work that was completed by C in 14 days. So our target to initially find C alone, how many days he will takes to complete a work. Once you find the value of C, you can add A and C alone, how many days they can complete 100% of the work. After A and C finding 100%, find out of that answer what is 75%. That's it. It's a simple logic to solve a question. See, first A alone 24 days, B alone 40 days. So let's find A and B, what they have worked for 8 days. Because they are working for 8 days, right? So 1 divided by 24 and 1 divided by 40. So A and B. So this can be written as 1 by 24 plus 1 by 40. So these will be into 8. So totally they are working for, don't bring this 8 to the denominator, right? Because they are doing 8 days work. So into 8. So now I think we can take LCM as, or we can cancel it, or we can directly take LCM as 120 here. Resultant will be 5 times 3 times into 8. So again, numerator we are getting 8 divided by 120 into 8. So we can cancel it on 4 table. So this will be 30 if you cancel it on 4 table. So this will be 2 times 1 and 15. So finally 8 by 15 is the total work that was completed by A and B in 8 days. So in 8 days, A and B completed 8 by 15 of the work. Then what is the remaining work they have is 1 minus 8 by 15. Resultant will be 7 by 15. 7 by 15 is what? The remaining work. And this 7 by 15th of the work, remaining work, that was completed by C in how many days? 14 days. So where out of total work, where C completed only 7 by 15th of the work, in how many days he takes? 14 days, yes, 14 days he takes. So total work that was completed by C, we can cancel 2 times 30. So C alone can complete a work in 30 days. Now we already know that A alone can complete a piece of work in 24 days. B alone can complete a piece of work in 40 days. So now our target is to find if A and C working together, they has to complete 75% of the work. So A is how much? 24. 1 by 24. C is how much? 1 by 30. Again, I think we can take LCM as 120 here. So this will be 5 times. This will be 4 times. So 9 divided by 120. So finally they can complete a piece of work in 120 by 9 days. But now they ask to do only 75% of the work into 75 by 100. This is always, again I am saying, this will be the easy way to solve the question. At any point, do not find 75% on any of these values. If you find it, solving the question will be difficult and there are more chance of making a mistake, right? So these are the steps actually not required in the exam. Just to understand the question solving method, I am writing all these steps. In the exams, try to be little bit faster, right? So first we found A and B, 8 days work, remaining work. This work was completed by C in 14 days. So C alone can complete a work in 30 days. So now A and C, both the person are working, they will be completing the work in 120 by 9 days. But this is the 100% of the work. But our target to find only 75%. So 75 by 100. If you cancel it on 25 table, so this will be 3 by 4. If you cancel it on 4, this will be 30. If you cancel this 3 and if you cancel 30, 10 days. That means if A and C alone working only to do 75% of the work, it takes only 10 days to complete the work, which will be the answer for question number 5. So here is the 6th question. So A can paint a house in 55 days, B can paint a house in 66 days, along with C, they can complete a job in 12 days. So then C alone, how many days they takes to complete a work? Very simple question, right? So A alone this much of day, B alone this much of day, and C was not given. Our target is to find C alone, how many days he takes to complete the work, but they have given all 3. The entire question is easy and solving is also easy. But LCM part, again, for solving these kind of question in your exam, it's easy, but for some students, they feel difficult on taking an LCM value alone. So just see here, A alone can complete a piece of work. We know that all the 3%, right? A, B, C, all the 3% can complete a piece of work in 12 days. So now the A value has been given. A alone will complete the piece of work in 1 by 55. So similarly, B alone can complete a piece of work in 66 days. But actually the C value is unknown. We have to find the C alone, how many days he takes to complete a work. But listen here, now taking an LCM. Here we have 12, 66, 55. So again, the easy way is just look at any common numbers, common multiple numbers. Here 66, 55, 12, 12 we can't find, 66 is not a 12 multiple. 55 is also not a 12 multiple. But when you look at the numbers carefully, 55 and 66, so both the numbers are a multiples of 11. So what I am going to do is, for these two numbers alone, I will be taking 11 outside. If I take 11 outside, so 1 by 5 plus 1 by 6. So now taking an LCM, remaining value remains as it is, no change in the remaining value. So now our target to find the LCM fastly. So now 6 and 5 will be 30. Numerator 6 plus 5 will be 11. So finally we got 1 by 11 into 11 by 30. So plus 1 by x is equals to 1 by 12. So now we can cancel 11 and 11 here. So 1 by x is equals to 1 by 12 minus of 1 by 30. So now we can take LCM here as 60. So this will be 5 times, this will be 2 times. So 3 divided by 60, resultant will be 1 by 20. That means C alone will be completing the piece of work in 20 days. So the question solving, everything is easy. But remember one thing, taking an LCM part from this step to this step, do not waste more than 30 seconds. For finding LCM alone, I have seen people, more number of students are wasting the time in the exams. So do one thing in the topic time and work while practicing itself. So mainly try to focus on the huge numbers initially for taking LCM. Bigger numbers, right? So bigger numbers, and that number is a multiple of all the remaining numbers or not. If it is not a multiple, then second choice, take any number common outside, then finding an LCM will be easy. So just see what I did here is 55, 66 I found, both the numbers are multiples of 11. So I will be taking 11 outside. So remaining I got a smaller one digit number 5 and 6. So taking 5 and 6 LCM is easy, just cross multiply 6 plus 5 divided by 30. We can cancel 11 and 11. So remaining we will be getting 1 by 30. Bringing a 1 by 30 towards right hand side, minus 1 by 30, and we got the answer as 20 days. Easy. So always practice like this to solve these kind of question easily. Seventh question. So B would have taken 10 days, 10 hours more than A, what they have taken to complete a task if each of them worked alone. Working together, they can complete a task in 12 hours. How many hours B would take 50% of the task? Again, sorry, I think I have read something wrongly initially. What exactly they are saying is, B would have taken 10 hours more than what A did. For example, if A is completing a work in 20 hours, B could have completed the work in 30 hours because he is taking 10 hours more than A. And another point what they have given is, if both the person are working, they will be completing the total work in 12 hours. Our target is to find how many hours B take to do 50% of the task. Again, at last we need to find B 50% of the task. What do you need to do? We have solved more number of questions like this. Always find B 100% of the task, how much time it takes. After finding the final answer, from the final answer, find what is 50% of the number. So here, according to the question, if A is taking X days, B will be taking X plus 10 days. Yes or no? Because they have mentioned it already. So B is taking 10 days, 10 hours more than A. So let's assume if X is for A, then B will be X plus 10. If both the person are working, they will be completing the task in 12 hours. So A will be 1 by X, B will be 1 by X plus 10 is equals to 1 by 12. So be careful on taking LCM here. If you can take LCM, or else better cross multiply it. If you cross here, this will be X plus 10. And if you cross this number, this will be X divided by X into X plus 10. Numerator. So 2x plus 10 divided by x into x plus 10 is equals to 1 by 12. Yes or no? Because x plus x will be 2x. And remaining we have 10 here. So x into x plus 10. So what you can do here is, you can multiply these two numbers, you can cross multiply it, or else you can take some number common if we can able to cancel it. I think here we can't able to cancel this number. So the better way is we can cross multiply the numbers. So 12 into 2 will be 24x. So this will be 120 is equals to x into x will be x square and x into 10 will be 10x. So finally we got, I think we will be getting a quadratic equation, x square minus 24x. So 120, if you bring this towards right hand side, it will be minus 110 is equals to 0. I think yes. So 12 2s are 24, 120 x square plus 10x. Sorry, this will be 10x. So 10x, 24x will be 14x. See how much mistake I am doing here, right? So this will be 120. Yes. So finally, we got a quadratic equation. So now we need to solve this quadratic equation. It's easy, right? Because if you are preparing for a bank exam, most probably everyone knows how to solve a quadratic equation. So 120. So I think 26, 120, but our target to get minus 14. So minus 20 plus 6. While taking outside, it will be a positive value. Change the sign. So one x value will be plus 20. Another x value will be minus 6. Minus 6 will not be considered here because most probably minus will not be taken in time and work. So time and work always we consider the positive value. So positive value, what we got here is 20. That means the value of x is equal to 20. So we already assumed A as x days. So now A alone can complete a piece of work in 20 days. So B will be completing in 30 days. But this is not the final answer. Our target is to find what is 50% of the work from the total thing. So if we complete 100% of the work in 30 days, then only 50% of the work, which is half of the work, that will be completed in 15 days. So finally answer for the question is 15 days. So friends, understood or not, right? So this is the way we can solve the question. If we have any numbers, mostly we in this 2 to 3 years, when you look at IBPS, PO or clerk, SBI clerk, etc., where we can able to see most of the time and work question in the exams, they are like getting a quadratic equation and then we getting the final answer. Most of the question are like that. So practice more number of question like this. If one person is x, another person will be x minus 10. So those cases question like partnership, we will be getting it. So one person is investing x month, next person will be investing 8 months more than the person A. So we assume it as x plus 8. Similar concept, right? So and then we will be getting a quadratic equation. So do not solve like what I made here. So practice more so that you will not make this kind of mistake, right? So answer for this question is 15 days. Eighth question, A and B can together complete a task in 18 hours. After 6 hours, A leaves. So B takes 36 hours to finish the rest of the task. How many hours would A have taken to do the task if he is working alone? So very interesting question. Just see here, initially they have given one value. A and B alone can complete a piece of task in 18 hours, right? So A and B equal to 1 by 18. And what is the another value they have given is, after 6 hours, A leaves. So that means the person A is initially working for 6 hours and then A is leaving the work. B takes 36 hours to finish the rest of the task. How many hours would A have taken to do the task if he is working alone? In case if A alone is working, in order to complete the total task, how much days it takes? So first what they have mentioned is, after 6 hours A leaves. That means initially both the person will be working for 6 hours. After 6 hours the A is leaving and then the remaining work that was done by B alone in how many days? 36 hours. Every value has been given an hours. So first what we can do is, both the person initially they are working for 6 hours. So into 6, the resultant will be 1 divided by 3. So 1 by 3 is the work that was completed by A and B in 6 days. What about the remaining work? So from the total work, when you subtract the work what they have done, so resultant will be 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 is what? The remaining work. So remaining work is 2 by 3. And this remaining work was completed by B alone in 36 hours. So how you need to write it? So from the total work, only 2 by 3 of the work that was completed by B in how many hours? 36 hours. So 1 2s are 2. So this will be 18 2s are 36. Again, work is equals to 54. So that means B alone can complete a piece of work in 54 hours. And now A alone finding is easy because our target is to find if A alone is working, how many days he takes. So now we found B alone taking 54 days to complete a work. So substitute here, we know that A and B equal to 1 by 18. So we have to find it for A. So B alone complete a piece of task in 54 days is equals to 1 by 18. So A is equals to 1 by 18 minus of 1 divided by 54. So I think 3 times taking LCM. Again, LCM is 54. Target the bigger number and check whether that bigger number is a multiple of all the remaining numbers. 54, yes, it's a multiple of 18. So 18 3s are 54. So 54 will be the LCM here. 18 into 3 minus of 1. So 2 divided by 54. is equals to 1 divided by 27. That means 27 days or hours. All the values are in hours, right? 27 hours. So A alone will be completing this work in 27 hours. It's very simple question, but I have seen while teaching this to my friends, they ask me a doubt. How you consider both the person are working 6 hours initially? Because when you look at the question carefully, A and B together, they can complete a piece of work in 18 days. After 6 hours, A leaves. That is the point they have initially mentioned. They didn't said that A and B, both the person are working for 6 hours and then A leaves. That point was not mentioned. They just directly mentioned that A leaves after 6 hours. So my friends usually ask, how you consider both the person are working for 6 hours, whether A alone is working for 6 hours and then whether he left the job. It's a right question. So I have seen many questions on time and work like this. So we have to consider that both the person are working initially if the data was not given like this. So they have given A and B can complete a piece of work in 18 days. After working 6 hours, A left. That means we have to assume that both the person are working for 6 hours and then only A leaves. That's the reason I have written A and B totally 18 hours they take to complete a work. Both the person working for 6 hours, 6 hours work done, remaining work that was done by B in 36 hours, B alone 54 hours. So we know B will be 54, A will be 1 by, total work will be 1 by 18. So A will be 2 by 54, which is 1 by 27 hours. Ninth question. So A can do 40% of the work in 12 days, whereas B can do 60% of the work in 15 days. So both work together for 10 days. C completes the remaining work in 4 days. ABC together completes 28% of the work in. See, again, the question is based on our target is to find if all the 3 person are working 28% of the work, how many days it takes to complete it. And what are all the values they have initially given us? They didn't give you the values directly. A can do a work 40% of the work in 12 days. How will you find 100% of the work? If he is doing 40% of the work in 12 days, either you can find what is 1% of the work and you can say 100% of the work we will be completing in 30 days. I think A will be completing a piece of work in 30 days. If you are faster in calculation, like if you find what is 1%, then finding 100% is easy. Or else if you are struggling to find values in calculating mind, then no problem. 40% is equal to 12, then you can write like this, 100% is equal to X. Cross multiply it, we can cancel 0, 0, 1 4s are 4, 3 4s are 12, X is equals to 30. That means if the person A is completing 40% of the work in 12 days, then A alone can complete the total work in 30 days. That is one easy way to solve the question. Practice it now and in exams, try to do it in a mind calculation, right? So similarly, B can do a piece of work 60% of the work in 15 days. How will you calculate? 60% equal to 15. 100% is equal to X. So 60% is equals to 15, 4 times 25 days. If you want, you can do this. See, 60% of the work he will be completing in how many days? 15 days. So 100% how many days he will take? X. So now cross it, 1 5s are 5. This will be 4 times 1 4s are 4. This will be 25. So X is equals to 25. That means the person B alone, B, right? Yes, B alone can complete a piece of work in 25 days. A alone will be completing the piece of work in 30 days. So now, what is the target here? Both work together for 10 days. Initially find what is the work done both the people by 10 days. So 1 by 30 plus 1 by 25, both the person if they are working together into 10 because they are working for 10 days. So 30, 25, I think again we can go with 150. 150 can be the LCM here. So 150, this will be 5 times. This will be 4, 6 times. So into 10, we can cancel 0, 0 here. Resultant will be 11 by 15. So 11 by 15 is what? The total work done by both the person A and B in how many days? 10 days. Then what is the remaining work? 1 minus 11 by 15, again 4 by 15. So 4 by 15 is what? The remaining work. Yes, this is the work what they have done for 10 days and the remaining work which is remaining is 4 by 15. And now according to the question what they are saying is C completes the remaining work in 4 days. That means This work was completed by C in 4 days. So 4 by 15th of the work, some work, right? Out of that work, the person C will be completing 4 by 15th of the work in how many days? 4 days. That was mentioned in the question. So we can cancel it. So C alone can complete a piece of work in 15 days. Now we got all the 3%. Yes, A alone will be completing in 30 days, B alone completing in 25 days, C alone 15 days. So now finding the answer is easy. If all the 3% are working, we need to find what is 28%. Do not find 28, first find what is 100. Right? So A, B, C. So A will be 30, B will be 25 and C is how much? 15. So take LCM. Again, the easy way to take an LCM, take the bigger number, check whether this number is a multiple of the remaining number. It's not multiple. 2 times 60 is not multiple. 5 times 150 is the multiple of all the numbers. So this will be 5 and this will be 6, right? And this will be 10. So this will be 11. 11 plus 10 will be 21. 21 divided by 150. So when you reciprocal it, finally, if all the 3% are working, they will be completing a task in 150 by 21 days. But our target, this is 100% of the work, right? So we didn't find 28% anywhere else, but at last in the question they have mentioned it. If they have to do only 28% of the work. So from this value, find what is 28 by 100. So now it is easy, right? Cancel it on 7 table. 7 3s are 21, 7 4s are 28, cancel 0, 0 here. So 1 3s are 3, 5 3s are 15, 1 5s are 5, 2 5s are 10, cancel it 2. How easy it is? 2 days. So finally, if all the 3% are working, 100% of the work they will be completing in 150 by 21 days. But our target to find out of that 100% only 28. So 28% that will be completed in 2 days. So answer for this question is 2 days. Right? Easy. Understand the question clearly, what are all the values they have given in the question. Be slow, solve very slowly while learning, I am saying, right? While learning, solve very slowly, and if you keep on solving a question, automatically you will get an idea, right? So answer for this question is 2 days. 10th question. So A, B, C together build a wall in 12 days. So C is 4 times productive as B, and A alone can build a wall in 48 days. In how many days A and B together can build a wall? So interesting question. Totally there are 3% here, that is A, B, C together. So all the 3% can complete a work in 12 days. So what they have value they have given us, A plus B plus C is equals to 1 by 12. And listen carefully, what is called as productive? Productive is something like efficiency. We can consider it as an efficiency. He is working faster. I am more productive than you. That means if you are doing a work, completing a work in 1 day, then I will be completing a work in half a day itself. More productive. That means working faster or more efficient, right? So here what they are saying is C is 4 times as productive as B. So that means C is to B. While comparing C is to B, what they are saying is C is 4 times productive. So when you write it in an efficiency way, if B is 1%, then C will be 4 times efficient. If B is alone only 1 efficient, then C will be 4 times efficient than B. When you same consider it in a time ratio, then it will be 1:4. The same thing what we learned initially, I think first or second question itself I have told this, how to convert the ratio, efficiency ratio into time ratio. That is most important. So 4:1, that should be written as 1:4 in terms of time ratio. If B is taking 4 days to complete a work, C will be taking only 1 day to complete a work, because C is more productive, 4 times productive than B. E is working faster when compared to B. So if B is taking 4 days, C will be taking only 1 day. So now what are all the values they have given us? A alone build a wall in 48 days. That value has been directly given. So A value will be 1 by 48. And we already know that in the terms of time ratio, if C is X, B will be 4X. So B will be 1 by 4X. C will be 1 by X is equals to 1 by 12. Now let us find what is the value of X here. So the easy way to take an LCM is first bring this 48 towards a right hand side and then solve both the parts separately so that we won't make any mistake, right? So 1 by 4x, so this part separately, I am taking 4x as LCM. So this will be 1 and this will be 4 is equals to 1 by 12 minus 1 by 48. So friends, understood or not? So what I did is x part I have taken LCM separately, and only the fraction part I am taking LCM separately, because when you take LCM directly, if you are brilliant you can, right, no doubt about it. But if you are like beginners or intermediate student, you will make mistakes here and there on max. Don't do it. Take an x part separately, fraction part separately, and then find LCM here. So bigger number, multiple of this number, so this will be the LCM. So 12 fours are 48 minus of 1, so this will be 5 by 4x. So we can, this will be 3, right? 4 minus 1 will be 3. 1 fours are 4, so this will be 12 times. So this will be 4 times, so x is equals to 20. So finally we got x is equals to 20. That means where C alone can complete a piece of work in 20 days. Then what about B? So 4 into 2, which is 80. 80 days B alone takes to complete a work. C will be taking 20 days to complete a work. All equals to 20. So if both the person A and C working, so A will be completing a task in 48 days. Then what about B? B will be completing a task in 80 days. So 1 by 48 plus 1 by 80. So if you wish, you can find directly your LCM, or else the better and easy way always I would suggest is take some numbers outside. I think we can take 1 by 4 outside. If I take 1 by 4 outside, this will be 12 and this will be 20. Yes or no? Right? So if I take 4 outside, so 1 fours are 4, 2 fours are 8, 12 outside. Then if you take 4 from 4 common here, remainder will be 20. Now taking an LCM is easy. So now taking an LCM 1 by 4 into, so this will be 20 plus 12. So 20 plus 12 will be 32. So divided by 20 into 12 will be 240. So now we can cancel it. I think 1 times, this will be 8 times 8 fours are 32. So 130. So answer will be 30 days. So 30 days, if A and B is working, 30 days they will be completing the work, right? Easy or not, right? Easy question. So always remember that how to convert the efficiency into a time ratio and how to substitute in an equation. Taking an LCM is the main part in time and work. For taking an LCM, always keep x terms or y terms separately, remaining fraction terms separately. Take separately the LCM for 2 different expressions, and then you will get the answer correctly, right? So here is the 11th question. So A can do 50% of the job in 16 days. B can do 1/4 of the job in 24 days. So working together in how many days? They do 7/4 of the job. Okay, so interesting question. So here there are some values are in a fraction here. So first, A can do 50% of the job in 16 days. I have told you how to convert this 50% into 100%. Do it in a mind calculation. If 50% A can do it in 16 days, then 100% will be double the time, which is 32 days. So A will be completing the piece of work in 32 days. Similarly, B can do 1/4 of the same job in 24 days. Just listen here, B can do 1/4 of the same job. That means some work what the person A is doing, out of that work, not A, some work, out of that 1/4 of the work, 1/4 of the same job is completed in 24 days. That means B alone can complete a total work will be 96 days. So A will be completing a piece of work in 32 days, B will be completing the piece of work in 96 days. So now what is the value? Working together in how many days? They can do 7/4 of the job. So first always find either 50% of the job, like previous question 28% of the job. First find if both the person alone, how many days they can complete a work. Let's find A and B. So A will be 1 by 32, B will be 1 by 96. So now 96 is a bigger number, which is the multiple of 32. 32 3 times will be 96. So we can take 96 as LCM. So this will be 3 times, this will be 1 times 4 by 96. So finally A and B can complete a piece of work in 96 by 4 days. Yes. So now yes, we can cancel it also. I think 1, 2 fours are 8, remaining will be 1, 4 fours are 16. So A and B can complete a piece of work in 24 days. But now our final target is to find how much time they take to find 7/4 of the job. So now just 7 by 4 multiply it. That's it. 1, 6 fours are 24, 42. So now in order to complete 7/4 of the job, it takes 42 days to complete it. So friends, understood or not? So this is the way you have to solve the question. Always, whether we need to find the final answer in terms of fraction of the work or percentage of the work, try to find 100%. Total work, all the people, how much days they are taking. After that, convert it into a fraction value, whatever they are asking. That will be always the best way to solve the question. 12th question, x takes 10 days less than y to complete a task. Both x and y together can complete a work in 12 days. In how many days y alone take to complete a work? Just see, I think we have solved one question that is based on a similar concept in terms of efficiency, I think so. One person is taking 10 hours or 10 times more than B. So what we did, we consider A as x days, B will be x plus 10. Similar concept, here x takes 10 days less than y. That means if y is equals to some days, let's assume 10 days, y can complete a piece of work in x days. Then what about x? X takes 10 days less than y. So x will be 10 minus x or x minus 10. We don't know whether the value of x will be 10 less or something. So let's consider x minus 10. He is taking 10 days less than y. So we can say less than y, 10 minus x minus 10. If you are getting confusion, then take y as a days. Then this will be a minus 10, because x and x, so many students will get a confusion here. So better we can consider it as y can complete a piece of work in a days, some days. Now x will be a minus 10, because he is taking 10 days less. So a minus 10 will be x. So now what the question says is, if both the person complete a piece of work in 12 days, in how many days y alone take to complete a work? So that means if both the person, so y will be 1 by a, x will be 1 by a minus 10. If both the person are working, they can complete a piece of work in 12 days, 1 by 12. So cross multiply it, a minus 10 plus a divided by a square minus 10a is equals to 1 by 12. I think we will get a quadratic equation here, similar to the question like what we solved. So this will be 2a minus 10, right, into 2, because into 12 we will be multiplying 12 here. So a square minus 10a. So now this will be 24a minus of 120 equal to a square minus 10a. So finally we will get a quadratic equation. So a square minus of 34a plus 120 equal to 0. So now we need to get 34. We will get 46. No, we are not getting 34. 34, yes, sorry. It's a quadratic equation. We can go with the 30 and 4. So minus 30 minus 4. When you multiply both the number, 120. When you add both the number, resultant will be minus 34. So finally we can say a equal to 30 and b equal to 4. So that means two factors. So one value a equal to 30 and the second value a equal to 4. So now, getting into the point, our target is to find in how many days y takes to complete a work. We know that y we have assumed as a days. So now we got two value based upon the option, right? Based upon either he can take 30 days to complete a work or 4 days to complete a work. Based upon the options they have given, we can mark the answer. Question number 13. So A and B can complete a work in 15 days and 10 days respectively. So they started doing the work together, but after 4 days B had to leave. Then A, working with the new worker C, completed the remaining work in 3 days. If C works alone, in how many days he can do 40% of the work? Again, the question is based on some percentage value, but interesting question, because A and B were working, and then after 4 days B is leaving. Again A is working with C for some days, and then the total work has been completed. Our target is to find if C alone was working, how many days they take to complete a work. Be slow. We have understood the concept of the question. So now step by step we can solve it. First, A and B, they are working for how many days? 4 days. First let's find what is the 4-day work that was done by A and B. So A and B 4-day work. So 4 into A alone can complete a piece of work in 15, B alone will be 10. So now we can take, this will be 25 divided by 150. So now 25 1 times, this will be 6 times 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 is what? 2 by 3 is the work that was completed in 4 days by A and B. Then what is the remaining work they have will be 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 is the remaining work. So now according to the question, after working for 4 days, the person B left. So now what the person A is doing is, he is working with the C to do the remaining work in how many days? 3 days. That means this is the remaining work, right? So the remaining work from the total work, the remaining work 1 by 3 that was completed by A and C in 3 days. That means A and C alone, they can complete a total work in 9 days. Yes or no? Because 1 by 3, when you bring this 3 towards right hand side, it becomes 3 into 3, 9 days. So A and C alone, they can complete a piece of work in 9 days. So now according to the question, our target to find C alone, how many days they take to complete 40% of the work. We know A and C equal to 9 days, and we know A alone will be completing the piece of work in 15 days. Finding the answer is easy. So A alone will be 15 days. So 1 by C is equals to 1 by 9, because both the person can complete a piece of work in 9 days. So 1 by C is equals to 1 by 9 minus 1 by 15. So 45 can be the LCM, which will be the multiples of the remaining number. So this will be 5 times, this will be 3 times 2 by 45. That means C alone can complete a piece of work in 45 by 2 days. This is not the answer, because we always usually find 100% of the work that the person C can complete it in 45 by 2 days. 100% of the work C will be completing 45 by 2 days. But what is the target? Our target is to find he has to complete 40% of the work. That means into 40 by 100. Right? So 40% from the total work he has to do only 40%, 40 by 100. Cancel it. 1 times, 2 times, 5 times, 9 times. So finally C will be taking 9 days to complete a work. Very interesting, and easily we have solved the question. So finally answer for this question is 9 days. He is taking 9 days to do 40% of the same work. Understood? So friends, step by step, right? So everything what I did is a traditional method, no shortcut, no formulas, nothing. Just a normal traditional method. We have to do it in a faster way. That's it. So A, B working for 4 days. 4-day work, remaining work. This remaining work was done by the 2 person in 3 days. So 2 person alone can complete a piece of work in 9 days. A and B, A and C completing in 9 days. We know A alone is 1 by 15. By using this, we found what is the C. So C alone can complete a piece of work in 45 by 2 days. But our target is to find from the total work, he has to do only 40%. So into 40 by 100. Once you cancel it, we found the answer as 9 days. 14th question. A, B, C together can complete a work in X, 30 and 45 days respectively. B and C together worked for 6 days. The remaining work that was completed by A alone in 12 days, the value of X is. So see friends, what they have given is A, B, C together can complete a piece of respectively. That means A will be completing a work in X days, B will be 30 days, C will be 45 days. But now according to the question, B and C initially they have worked for 6 days. We know that separately B alone can complete a piece of work in 30 days. C alone can complete a piece of work in 45 days. This will be the value for B and C. So now what they are saying is both the person are working initially for 6 days into 6. So now what we can do here is, I think we can take LCM 90 here, because 45 is the bigger number, but 45 is not a multiple of 30. 45 twice will be 90. So now 90 is the multiple of 30. So 90 will be the LCM. So I think 3 3s are 9. So 45 2. So 5 by 90 into 6. So we can cancel it. This will be 18 times 3 times. So 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 is what? 1 by 3 is the total work that was completed by B and C in 6 days. Then what is the remaining work? 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 of the work is remaining work is there. So now this remaining work that was completed by A in 12 days. So from the total work, right? So A completed 2 by 3 of the work in how many days? 12 days. Because he completed the remaining work in 12 days. We got the remaining value as 2 by 3. So 2 by 3 of the work in 12 days. So A alone can complete a piece of work. This will be 6 times as 18 days. So A alone can complete a piece of work in 18 days. That is the value they are asking. What is the value of X? So X is nothing but the initial value. Initially we kept, in the question itself they have given A as X days. Easy question. So answer for this question is A alone can complete a piece of work in 18 days. Question number 15. P can complete 5 by 8 of the work in 15 days. Q can complete 3 by 4th of the work in 30 days. They worked together for 8 days and the person P left. So the remaining work was completed by Q in how many days, right? So our target is to find the remaining work. How much time will Q alone, working alone, takes to complete the remaining work. So remaining work was completed by Q in how many days? The concept, everything is easy. But look at the options here. So options are not directly in terms of days. The values are in terms of days as well as in terms of hours. So after finding the final answer, I have seen many students usually struggle to find convert the days into hours. Right? So let me solve this simple question. At last I will tell you what is the easy technique that you can easily convert the days in terms of fraction into an hours. So P can complete 5 by 8 of the work in 15 days. So P work, that is 5 by 8 of the work in 15 days. We have learned all these concepts many times. So 3, so P will be 24. So P alone will be completing a piece of work in 24 days. What about Q? So Q will be 3/4 of the work, right? 3/4 of the work in 30 days. So we can cancel this 10 times. So Q alone will be completing the piece of work in 40 days. And according to the second point of the question, what they have mentioned is they worked together for 8 days and then after 8 days P left. So that means our target is initially to find out 8 days what is the total work done by both the person P and Q. So P and Q, so P plus Q is equals to 1 by 24 plus 1 by 40. So now taking an LCM, if you can take the LCM faster, like keeping 120 as LCM here. So this will be 5 times and this will be 3 times. So 8 divided by 120. So 8 divided by 120 is what? The total work that was completed by P and Q in one day. Now they are working for 8 days. So into 8. When you multiply this by 8, 4 table, this will be 30. So 4 table 2 times. So again I think we can cancel it on 2 table. 1 times this will be 15. So 8 divided by 15. So 8 by 15 is the total work that was completed by P and Q in 8 days. So we have to find the remaining work. So 1 minus 8 by 15 will be 7 by 15. So 7 by 15 is the remaining work now, right? This remaining work has to be completed by the second person Q, because the P left after working for 8 days. So Q has to complete the remaining work. Just listen carefully. We already know that Q alone can complete the piece of work in 40 days. So now Q has to do only 7 by 15th of the work, right? So out of this 40 days, he should not do 100% of the work. He has to do out of the total work only 7 by 15th. So directly you can multiply by 7 by 15. So now because total work he can complete in 40 days. But our target is to find only to complete 7 by 15th of the work. So out of total work 7 by 15 has to be completed. He alone will be completing in 40 days. So now I think we can cancel it on 5 table. 5 3s are 15. Cancel it on 5 table. 8 5s are 40. So this will be 56 by 3. Yes. So finally, we got the answer as 56 by 3. So the person Q alone completing the piece of work in 56 by 3 days. But look at the options. So the options are like 18 hours, 17 hours, 15 hours, 15 days, 24 hours, 16 days, 18 hours. So the value what they have given is in terms of days as well as in terms of hours. But here we got the value final answer in terms of fraction. So first we can convert it into mixed fraction. If you divide 56 by 3, it will be like how many times? 18 times, right? 18 times, remaining will be 2. So 18 into 3 will be 54, remaining will be 2. So this, when you convert it into a mixed fraction, the answer will be 18 2 by 3. So this can be written as, just listen carefully, 18 as 18 days. 2 by 3, we have to convert this 2 by 3 into hours. We know that for a day, totally we have 24 hours. But he completed the work in 18 days, 2 by 3 hours, right? So now 2 by 3 of the day, one day equal to 24 hours. Just multiply this fraction part alone into 24 hours. So once you cancel it, 1 3s are 3, 8 3s are 24, 8 into 2 will be 16, so 16 hours. So the final answer for this question is 18 days, 16 hours. So friends, understood or not, right? So easy question. At last, I have seen students struggling to find this part alone. How to convert this value into days as well as hours. So first we have to convert this value in terms of a mixed fraction, and after converting into a mixed fraction, the first number act as the total days. So total days 18 days, and the balance is 2 by 3 of the day. For a day we have 24 hours, but he complete the work in 2 by 3 of the one day work, 2 by 3. So one day totally we have 24 hours. Out of 24 hours he completed within 2 by 3 of the day. So 24 hours into 2 by 3, resultant will be 16 hours. So 18 days and 16 hours he will be completing the remaining work. So this is the way we have to convert the total, either it can be a fraction value or a decimal value. So this is the easy way to convert the value into days and hours. So X can complete half of the work in 20 days, Y can do 1/5 of the same work in 10 days. So X started the work and left after 8 days. So Y took to complete the remaining work. So the total work that was taken by them to complete the work. Right. So here the concept is based on leaving concept, because at some point the person left. You can see after working for 8 days, so the person has left the job, the person X has left the job, and the remaining job that was completed by B. So our target is to find the total work done in how many days. So I have solved most of the question here by a traditional method, but while I am teaching in my YouTube channel, while I am teaching the question that is based on leaving and joining, I have told you one shortcut, equate to 1. That will be the easy way to solve the question. Even the previous question also you can solve like that. So I can solve one question, what the easy way and the shortcut method, what I taught on my YouTube channel, right? So there are two persons, one is the person X and the second person is the Y. And the first person X can complete half of the work in 20 days. Then the total work will be completed by X in 40 days. So similarly Y. So the second person Y will be 1/5 of the work in 10 days. Then the total work will be completed by Y in 50 days. So we have learned already all these steps already in the previous question. So now according to the question, X started the work and left after 8 days. So that means the person X has started the work. So out of 40 days of X, he had been working only for 8 days. Yes or no? Because the total work X will be completing in 40 days, but he worked only for 8 days. And the second person now Y. So Y, what he is doing is, he completes the remaining work, but that days was not mentioned here. So equal to 1. That's it. Understood or not? So this is the shortcut what I taught you on my YouTube channel while teaching leaving and joining concept. So the denominator value will be the person capacity, right? So he can complete the piece of work in 40 days, he can complete the piece of work in 50 days, X and Y. Out of 40 days, the first person worked only for 8 days and he left. The remaining job that was completed by the second person Y, but we don't know how many days he takes to complete the work, so we assumed it as X. So our target is to find the total work done was completed in how many days. So once you find the value of X, adding with 8, resultant will be the total number of days taken to complete the work. I think we can cancel it, 1 5, so this will be 1 by 5, so X by 50 is equals to 1 minus 1 by 5. So X by 50 is equals to 5 minus 1 will be 4 by 5. So we can cancel it 10 times. So X is equals to 40. That means we got the value of X is equals to 40. The resultant answer is not 40. We just got the value of X is equals to 40, where the 40 represents the remaining work that was completed by the second person in 40 days. But our answer, what we need to find is the total work, how many days they takes to complete a work. Initially, the person X worked for 8 days and the remaining work was completed by the Y in 40 days. So 40 days remaining work, initially 8 days, so totally 48 days. So the total work was completed in 48 days. So which will be the answer for this question. So friends, understood or not? If you want, you can solve the same question like a traditional method. What I did on previous 2-3 question, we have solved question like this. 2% were working and then 1% left the job after 8 days, 12 days, etc. So what I usually do is, I will find 2% working and then into 8 how many days they are working, what is the remaining work, and that remaining work has to be completed by the second person in how many days. That is the traditional method, and this is the shortcut method what I taught on my channel. It's your wish, whatever method you choose you can solve the question, but remember one thing, always finding the final answer and the conversion value. Taking LCM part is the most important thing in the topic time and work. So next question, A can do 2 by 5 of the work in 12 days, while B can do 66 2 by 3 percentage of the work in 16 days. So they worked together for 10 days. B alone will complete the remaining work in. So again, similarly like previous concept, right? So previous concept is where the first person is working and then he left after some days, the B will be taking the remaining part of the work. So here what they are saying is they work together for 10 days. So both the person initially working for 10 days, then after 10 days the person left, one person left, and the remaining work was been completed by the second person. So our target is to find B alone how many days it takes to complete the remaining work. Interesting question, but listen carefully, one value is alone in terms of fraction, mixed fraction, and in terms of percentage. Easy, just see. A can do 2 by 5 of the work in 12 days. So 2 by 5 of the work in 12 days. That means in order to complete the total work by A will be 1 2s are 2, 4 3s are 12, sorry 6 2s are 12, which will be 30. So A alone can complete a piece of work in 30 days. So the second value is important, 66 2 by 3 percentage. So 66 2 by 3 percentage of the work in 16 days. So we have solved 2 to 3 question I think so in this video itself, based on percentages. So 40 percentage of the work the person will be completing in 12 days. So I have told you what is the shortcut to find 100 percentage. It is easy, right? So 100 percentage is equal to, you don't want to buy at any values here. If 66 2 by 3 percentage is equals to 16 days, then what about 100 percentage? 100 percentage is equal to X. Just cross multiply it, 63 18 198 to 200. So when you convert the mixed fraction into a fraction, so 200 divided by 3 percentage will be 16 days. So 100 percentage is equals to X. So now cancel it, 100, this will be 2 times, 1 2s are 2, 8 2s are 16, so X is equals to 24. That means the second person, B alone, take 24 days to complete a work. So A will be taking 30 days to complete a work. So now according to the question, both the person were working for 10 days. After 10 days, the person A left. Either you can go with the traditional method or you can go with the shortcut method, whatever you wish, right? So A 30 days and B capacity will be 24 days, and both the person are doing one work. So now A and B both the person are working initially for 10 days. So 10 here and 10 here, because both the person are working for 10 days. After 10 days the person A left. So the person, second person B is doing the remaining job in some amount of days, right? We don't know how many days it takes, but after 10 days the person B is working for another some days. So 10 plus X is equals to 1. Now just cross multiply it, or else we can take an LCM as 120 here. So this will be 4 times 40, and this will be 5 times, this will be 50 plus 5x is equals to 1. So this will be 90 plus 5x is equals to 1, 20. So 5x is equals to 30 here. So x is equals to 6. So that means the remaining work, our target is to find B alone will complete the remaining work in how many days. So we kept X as the remaining time that the person B is taking to complete the work. And finally we got the answer, X is equals to 6. That means the remaining work that was completed by the second person B in 6 days. So which will be the answer for this question. So the important part of the question is this part alone. So we have solved many questions like this, but this question is alone little bit different. Why? Because the value is in terms of mixed fraction as well as in terms of percentage. See, mixed fraction and then percentage. So I have seen many students by heart the value 62 2 by 3, they by heart like 2 by 3 fraction number, it's your wish. But according to me, instead of by hearting, understand the simple concept how to convert 66 2 by 3 as 100 percentage. So 100 percentage is equal to x. This when you convert it into a fraction 200 by 3, and we have to cross multiply it. Better you can cancel here itself, where you can save your time. 100 2 times 1 2s are 2, 8 2s are 16. So denominator 3 here, 8 3s are 24. So finally the value of x is equals to 24 days. So A can finish 1 by 3rd of the work in 5 days. So B can finish 2 by 5 of the same work in 10 days. So C can finish 75% of the same work in 15 days. So they work together for 6 days. The remaining work will be finished by B alone. So our target is to find where initially all the 3% are working for 6 days, and then the remaining work was completed by B alone. How many days? Our target is to find B alone, how many days he takes to complete the remaining work. So either you can solve this question by a traditional method or else by a single equation method, right? So first, according to the question, the values are not directly given. So A will be finishing 1/3 of the work in 5 days. So A will be finishing 1/3 of the work in 5 days. That means A alone will be completing the piece of work in 15 days. Similarly B. So B can take 2 by 5 of the work in 10 days. So B will be completing 2 by 5 of the work in 10 days. So this can be written as B will be completing the piece of work in 25 days. So now what about C? So C will be completing 75% of the same work in 50 days. So if 75% in 15 days, then we have to find what is 100%. So 75% is equals to 15. Then so 100% is equal to x. So now cross multiply it. Like we can cancel it on 25 table. So this will be 3 times, this will be 4 times. 1 3s are 3, 5 3s are 15. So x is equals to 20 days. Where C alone can complete a piece of work in 20 days. Or for practicing, write like this. In your exams, go with mind calculation. That will be the time saving method, right? So finally we found A will be 15 days, B will be 25 days, and C will be 20 days. So now according to the question, all the 3% were working initially for 6 days. So the first person A, out of 15 days, he is working for 6 days. And the second person B, he is working for 6 days, as well as after 6 days, he is the person who is completing the remaining work. So 6 plus some days he is working, that is the remaining day he will be completing the task. And the third person C, out of 20 days, he is also working for 6 days. So all the 3% were working for 6 days, and then after 6 days, the B alone completing the remaining work. So that's the reason for B alone, the second person written I have 6 plus x. So now I think we can cancel it on 3 table, right? Once you cancel it on 3 table, so this will be 2 times, this will be 5 times. Cancel it on 2 table, 3 times, and this will be 10. So keep this number as it is equals to 1 minus of 2 by 5 minus of 3 by 10. So now take LCM. So 6 plus x is equals to 25. So I think we can take LCM as 10 here. If I take LCM as 10, so this will be 10 and this will be 2, right? So 2 will be 6. So now 10 as it is, so keep 4 as it is. So 4, 3, 7. So 10 minus 7 will be 3. So this can be written as 6 plus x divided by 25 is equals to 3 by 10. So cancel it on 5 table. So 5 times 2 times cross multiply it. So 12 plus 2x is equals to 15. So 2x is equals to 3. X is equals to 3 by 2 days. So finally we can say that the remaining work that was completed by the second person B in 3 by 2 days, which will be 1.5 day. So 1.5 day we can convert into days and hours, right? So 1.5, that is 1 day, 0.5 is 12 hours, half of the day. 24 hours, half will be 12 hours. So 1 day, 12 hours. So I have told you how to convert it, right? So this is the way we have to find the answer. Either this method, this is the method what I taught on my channel, right? So for leaving as well as for the joining concept, both the concept you can use this method. So this is one of the easy way to solve the question, and important part of this question is this part, how to convert the percentage value into an 100 percentage, and then writing that part. So two major part in this question, and other than that everything is simple. And I have told you don't take directly LCM here, because if you take directly LCM here, that will be the tricky way and it takes more time. So better keep the x term as it is and bring all the remaining fraction towards right hand side and then try to solve the question. That will be the easy way, and easily you can take the LCM, right? If you keep the number as it is, then the LCM part will make you more time to solve it. So answer for this question is 3/2 days. Next question. So A can finish a piece of work in certain number of days. So B takes 145% more number of days to finish the same work independently. So they work together for 58 days, and then the remaining work was done by B alone in 29 days. In how many days A have completed the work that he worked alone? So our target is to find if A alone is working, then how many days E takes to complete the work. And this concept is also similarly like they work together for 58 days and then the remaining work was completed by B. That means after working for some days where the person A left, so the remaining work was completed by B alone in 29 days. It's leaving joining concept where you can able to solve this question by that single equation method. So first they have given A can finish the piece of work in certain number of days. So the days was not mentioned here. So what we can do here is A, let's take it as X. So B will be 45% more. That means 145% of X. Yes or no, right? So friends, understood or not? Because what they are saying is A can finish a piece of work in certain days. So that certain days we assumed it as X. So the person B is working 45% more when compared to A. So B will be 145% of A. So 145% of X. So this can be written as 145X divided by 100. If we convert the percentage into a normal number, so divided by 100 into X. So this will be the value of B and this will be the value of A. So now according to the question where both the person are working for 58 days. A is also working for 58 days, B is also working for 58 days. So now A capacity will be X days, and what about the B's capacity? So 100 goes to the numerator, so denominator will be 125x is equals to, because 145x by 100, so 100 goes to the numerator, so 100 divided by 145x. So now according to the question, both the person are working for 58 days. So 58 divided by x, again 100, both the person are working for 58 days, so 58 equal to 1. So now the next point is, after working for 58 days, B completes the remaining work and then the remaining work was completed by B alone in 28 days. Both the person initially working for 58 and then extra 29 days where the person B is working. So plus 29. 58 days both the person are working and then 29 days extra where the person B is working to complete the remaining work. So plus 29. So this can be written as 58 by x. So plus 100 into, so this will be 917. So remaining will be 187. So divided by 145, x is equals to 1. So I think we can cancel it on 3 table. Yes, we can cancel it on, no, we can't, 5 table. When you cancel it on 5 table, 20. So cancel it on 5 table. So 5 2s are 10. So remaining will be 4, 45, 9 5s are 45. So this will be 3 times, right? So 60. So 58 by x plus 60 by x is equals to 1. So once you add the two values, so x is equals to 118 days. That means, so finally we found the value of x. X is what? We have substituted x as a equal to x. So the total work completed by A alone in 118 days. So this will be the answer for this question. So very interesting question, right? So try to understand how I wrote this part alone, because both the person days was not given. They have compared in terms of percentages. So this is the way you have to write 30% more, 40% more, write it as 140. Then figuring out the answer is very easy. Question number 20. A group of men decided to do a work in 6 days, but every day 18 men left the job. If the work is completed in 8 days, how many men initially decided to do the work? So the concept is based on leaving concept, because every day 18 men are leaving the work. So this concept, it's not one time they are leaving, every day they are leaving, right? If the concept is like this, similarly the concept can be the same question, can also be like this. Every day 18 men joining the group. That can be also one way of question. But listen carefully, these model questions you can easily solve by using a formula of arithmetic progression. I have taught the similar concept question on my YouTube channel, last lesson of time and work, which was asked in the CAT exam. I have told you what is called as arithmetic progression. There is a formula called S of n equal to n by 2 plus 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So once you apply the formula, because every day the same number of people are leaving, 18 people are leaving. For example, if one day 18 people leaving, next day 16 people leaving, third day 15 people leaving, then you can't able to use AP formula. If every day the same number of people are leaving, then you can use arithmetic progression formula to solve the question. But here, according to the question, many students were asking me how to solve these kind of question without AP formula, without arithmetic formula. Yes, you can. Initially, a group of men decided to do a work in 6 days. So 6 days, right? So group of people are working, but we don't know what is the total number of people are working initially. But these people were working for 6 days to complete the work. So first day, X number of people will be working. But from the next day, that is on every day, where 18 people left the job. So first day, initially X number of people will be working. Every day, next day, 18 people are leaving, X minus 18. Because we don't know how many people were working initially to complete the job. Out of this first day, second day 18 people leaving the job. Next day another 18. So X minus of 18 will be 36. So this will be the third day. So total work will be completed in 8 days. So 8 days they are working like this. First day X number of people are working. Second day 18 people were left. Third day 36 people were left, because every day 18. So fourth day will be X minus of again another 18 will be 54. So next again X minus of 18 will be 72. And again X minus of 90. X minus of 108. And X minus of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and again 18 people are leaving. So 126. So totally the total work will be completed in 8 days. So this will be the 8-day work, right? Because total work will be completed in 6 days and the total men were employed, which is unknown. So 6 into X equal to total number of people working. Every day 18 number of people are leaving the job. So now 18, when you subtract 18 from all the values, so resultant will be 6x is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8x minus of 18, 90, 180, 90 here, 126, 504. So 504, so this will be 2x is equals to 504. So x is equals to 252. So that means the final answer will be 252. So initially 252 men will be appointed, right? But after appointing 252 people, every day when 18 people leaving the job, the total work will be completed in 8 days, because the work will be completed, not completed on 6 days, because some people are leaving the work. So some days will be extended. So 2 days are extended, right? So from the total thing where the 2 days will be extended because of 18 people leaving the job daily. So 18, again another 18 from the total, the remaining number of people will be working on the third day. On the fourth day, out of the total people, 54 people are left the work. On the fifth day, from the total, 72 people will not be there. On the sixth day, out of total, 90 people will not be there. On the 7th day, out of total 100 people will not be there, and on the last 8th day from the total 126 people will not be there, but not on 9th, because 8 days they completed the job on the 8th day. So this we have written for total 8 days work is equals to the total work. But our target in the question, how many men initially decided to work? Initially we have assumed it as X, which will be 252. Answer for this question, right? So friends, finally in this video we have solved more number of important question that is on the topic time and work. So try to solve many questions if you are preparing for the upcoming exam like IBPS clerk or RRB PO and RRB clerk. So nowadays the data interpretation in the prelims exam itself, it's little bit difficult, so students are struggling to solve all the 5 questions in the exam. So now our target must be on some of the miscellaneous topic. So even though if the DI was difficult in the exam, we have to target some miscellaneous topics also. So time and work seems to be little bit easy because we don't have any formulas like that. If you know the concepts clearly, solving it will be very easy. So friends, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you really like it, share the video to your friends, those are preparing for the competitive exams. So thank you so much. Bye.